Hey girls, load the spaceship again. Me and the girls on a mission to Mars. They say I remind them of that dude from the moving they laws. Me and the girls on a mission to Mars. They say I remind them of that dude from the moving they laws. Only thing about Lars, he ain't got these scars. Only thing about Lars, he ain't got these bars. Only thing about Lars, he tried to kill his gal. Only thing about Lars, he can't live in my well. WMI check, I'ma give my damn respect. Kick the dough off the hinges, cause they tried to stack the dick. I'd rather slang an XY Colo than slanging a bolo. Got one rule in this life, chase your dreams and go YOLO. If you don't chase your dreams, you look back and go, oh no. Told me not to get a dog, turned around and got photo. That's why Thana love my draws, I'm the black on solo. That's why Thana love my draws, I'm the black on solo. Human girls wanna get with me first, they gotta pass the scent test. They wanna jack up, but they never pass the rent test. They say they Betty Crocker, but ain't none of them no princess. You better check again, you must don't know I passed the simp test. Get a companion dog, I guarantee it's gon' prevent it. Split it, feel it, roll it, smoking. My girls can pass a hip test. Learn the Mac game back in the day, that's when I passed the pimp test. Making these money, pimp hoes and style, must don't know I'm from Memphis. Me and the girls on a mission to Mars. They say I remind them of that dude from the moving they laws. Me and the girls on a mission to Mars. They say I remind them of that dude from the moving they laws. Only thing about Lars, he ain't got these scars. Only thing about Lars, he ain't got these bars. Only thing about Lars, he tried to kill his gal. Only thing about Lars, he can't live in my well.
Yeah, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Jedi King Hefner, and the beautiful Secretary Tsunade Star, and we're back again for another episode of the Dog King Power Hour. And the title of today's episode is Back to Business. Back to Business. And what do I mean by that? We'll get to that right about now. And First of all, I want to say good morning to everybody that's already here. Anybody that may tune in later, God bless everybody. We're praying for abundance, good fortune, health, good breaks, everything on you today. Whatever you believing for, we praying for. So, with all that said, man, back to business. It's pretty much self-explanatory today. It's not even a long drawn out story. The truth is, we are back to business as usual. And that's significant because we recently did that 24-hour live stream, put our heart, soul, mind, and body into it, me and the beautiful Callie. And you can see her feet actually over to the left of Tsunade. I said, you know what? Honestly, it was hard for me not to do the show again with her today. But I was just looking at her and stuff. I said, you know what, Kat, I'd have worked the hell out of you. I'm gonna go ahead and let you rest. And at the back part of the house, it's a little hotter. A lot hotter, honestly. And the girls are actually doing pretty good in their dog room. No, they doing okay. They holding up. But I can smell the smell of TPE a little bit more pronounced since it's hotter back there. But I sweated it out and went on and got the beautiful Secretary Tsunade ready. And boy, I'm actually happy I did. She looking good. She was happy to get out. And I think, like I said, I still haven't checked the record books, but I'm sure I probably passed her birthday when she really got her own body. I'm going to have to check that. But before I come to say my good mornings and stuff, I'm going to run down a couple things. But I do want to say that the beautiful secretary doesn't have her glasses on today because She said she wanted to show. She basically just gave me the vibe that she wanted to show her eyes today, her beautiful brown eyes, because behind the glasses you don't get a chance to see them all the time. So, and she's the one girl who I've never changed her eyes, because the original Tsunade has those brown eyes, and I don't know. It's just something about. I just want to leave her with her brown eyes, honestly. So I want to run down something. Man, something that I had been slipping, and I actually peeped at the comments earlier and saw that he actually commented it, but this is not why I had his name down. But I want to welcome new Dog King Army member for Nufton's STEM. For Nufton's STEM. This guy, according to the record books, has been a team member for 10 days. And man, I don't really get those notifications, I guess. And man, somehow he was hiding in the weeds. I mean, he wasn't hiding, but I didn't see him for 10 days. And, you know, I've done shows welcoming other members. So definitely be looking for your name on one of these upcoming shows for Nuftons, because I definitely got to send you your shout out, your official Dog King Army member shout out. And shout out to all the rest of the Dog King Army members. I appreciate you, love you. All of them came and showed out pretty much on the 24-hour live stream. Anybody that tuned in on it, I appreciate. Thanks for all the donations on there. I appreciate everybody, but I'm gonna send a special shout out to Dog King Army member DAS. He said he was gonna get things started off, and he pretty much did. Got things started off in a good way. So I appreciate him. He always coming in and doing amazing. So as of right now, the campaign stopped at about $110 of a $10,000 goal. So we right there, almost there. So with all that said, I'm gonna say my good mornings. Check out a few comments, and we're gonna get into the meat of the show, man. But hey, it's good to be back. Yesterday I put out a little show, man. I could barely talk. I was like, man, it's crazy. I could barely talk. But we got the show out. And I know some of you probably may have started watching that video. And when you got to the bike, you was like, oh, man, I've seen this before. But what I changed up on it was everything was sped up. It wasn't as long and drawn out as it was on the 24-hour stream. I streamlined it. So the bike ride was actually quicker. But it did show a little extra footage. Nothing super major, but if you thought you had seen it all, you didn't. But I put that little video out yesterday, and today we truly back in business. And this is the most I've used my voice in probably about since that stream has went down. And luckily it's sort of back strengthened, because last night, boy, hey, I was doctoring on it. All right, there you go. Look, I saw him do that too. And I appreciate you for enough to stem. He came in with the $10 super chat, and welcome to the team, my friend. Only thing I hate about it is I just hope he did. I'm sure he didn't though, but I just hope he didn't do that because he was like, hey man, he ain't even remember me. Because I'm like, oh man, because I actually wrote your name down this morning. Because some just told me, man, go through my Dog King Army team members. I went through there, and everybody was the same except for you. I was like, whoa, when did he sneak in here? So much love to everybody. So the first comment is from I just say hippie. He said, I've seen you on Facebook and comment. Man, I post on a lot of social media, but I'm not always on there. I say that for one. I check in and I'm gone. On Twitter, I'm probably on there because I'm more interactive a little bit on Twitter. I check my Instagram a little bit, but not the messages. But I say this, today's winner, because I still do write these things down. Today's winner for the dog competition is for Nufton STEM. I'm giving him credit for being the first in here. And because I appreciate you, hippie, but no offense, I'm sorry. You gotta, hey, I ain't saying you gotta do something about that name, but man, nah, hey, I can't look. I can't even write your name down in the books, man. So hey, I love you, but nah, I gotta give that victory to Fort Nothings. Ren X says, "What's happening? What up, Ren? Wolfler, Dog King Army. Hey, Wolfler was all up in the house on 24 hours. Krause, hey, Krause, what up, Krause? Good to see, man. It's good to see the Army members in here showing full effect, man. Because one is, man, I'm still a little discombobulated. John Yo says, King. He said that 24-hour stream nuts. Yeah. I say I'm still a little discombobulated. I don't want to go into it too much because I'm gonna talk about it when I get to the comments on, but I ain't many comments, but I say this. My sleep pattern is a little thrown off because I remember yesterday, after I thought I got some good sleep, I got up and was just still wasn't feeling right. After I did the video, I said like after I did the video, I still wasn't feeling right. Of course, I could barely talk still. Douglas Ernst. Oh, Douglas Ernst. He comes in and he says, $5 super chat. He said, I would love to get a dog that is trans. I prefer to take it and would love to live my fantasy. Do they make that one? They make one that can. I don't think they do. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't think they make. I think that's delving into the more robotic side of things. But I do. You know what though? What's crazy is I forgot which company it was, but I did see somebody make a. I thought I did see somebody have a dog that had some sort of a pelvic thrust to it. I could be wrong on it. It could have just been at a dog expo, because I know I've seen things like that at dog expos. I say that if they don't have that, which I'm leaning towards no. You could probably find that sooner or later. But as far as a dog that is trans, I mean, that's available to you. I mean, and mainly if you decide to go that route, that's one of those situations where I don't really think they make them fully like that. You would have to get like an attachment. Now it's probably a dog or two that's just specifically made to be like that, but I still think you might have to put that attachment on there. So with all that said, you can get a trans dog, but you're gonna have to do all the damn you're gonna have to do the thrusting, my friend. From what I know. Because like I said, just being a doll enthusiast, I know all the ins and outs. I see all the accessories and things of that nature. And, they offer that a lot, just prominently on all the doll sites. You'll see it where they saying, hey, you can get this attachment, blah, blah, blah. So you can get the attachment. And I can't think of the companies, but it's a couple of companies that's probably going to make something that look more like what you're looking for. But you'd have to do the research to just find out. But you can get the attachment down there with any reputable company. So John Yo says, yo, the best YouTube. Yeah. Oh, yeah, what I was saying. Yeah, man, my body was discombobulated because of that 24-hour strain. And like I say, it led my throat to still sort of be hurting and stuff. I'm like, man, it wasn't sick hurting. It was just sore hurting. And man, I only really started getting right this morning, but I can still sort of feel myself being a little off. But it was amazing though. I'm just glad I'm glad I'm learning for something like that, or when something like that happens again, what to sort of expect from my body, the time and change and things of that nature. But I know one thing I'm going to do different. I'm going to try to get a good sleep before the stream. Because before that stream, I only had like 5 hours of sleep. I need to sleep a little bit more. Hey, King, how much, Hippie says, hey, King, how much cash you're missing for the project? Are we right there, hippie? Right now we got $110. All we need is 9,980, and we'll be right there. So we're really close. Hey, it's right over the mountaintop. It's really already there, man. A few more donations or one big donation. Hey, we'll be right there. John Yo says, I bet that was an insane stream. Best YouTube video ever, man. Appreciate you, John Yo. He said, thanks so much for giving us this content. I wake up every morning excited to watch the King's Power Hour. Oh, that's great, John Yo. Now, I'm glad to hear that, brother. Like I said, I don't know exactly how long the stream going to be today, only because, with the 24-hour stream, it wasn't many comments on that particular video. Then yesterday, I just dropped a little rest and recovery video. But we have several things to talk about. Edmund Dantes, he says, hey, oh my God. He said, I got my Iron Tech dog head coming today. Hey, I'm going to tell you, man. Let me tell you, like I said, I've learned a lot more about Iron Tech, even since my video on them. And I'm just saying that they're a nice company, man. They're up and coming company. But like I say, I'm going to talk about it in other videos. But what I really learned is it's something I already knew, but I know to a greater extent. But their owner, the guy who founded Iron Tech, I mean, let me tell you something. This guy, he has a passion. He has a passion. He's not just about the money, and I love that. It reminds me of a little bit of Sam Hewitt, because Sam Hewitt says, hey, we're making fixed vaginas. If we have to lose money to do realism, we'll lose money. But I've actually heard the Leonard guy, several times speak, and I'm like, you know what? I just like where his mind is. And when I think about how young that company really is, I was like, man, just all the heads. Because, man, I'm telling you, man, I was recently looking at some of their heads because WM has an amazing amount of heads. But let me tell you, Iron Tech has some detailed heads. And, they have detailed heads in silicone and TPE, but they're more plentiful in TPE heads because TPE is easy to make and easy to mold and all that type of stuff. But all I'm saying is, that's why I say in the future, I would love to get a ebony doll from them in the future. But right now, it looks like it would have to be probably TPE. And they have some nice ebony models. But I'm just not going towards TPE right now. And depending on my silicone experiences, I don't know when I'll exactly get back to them. Because, man, something just telling me, man, Jay, you're a silicone guy. Because I don't do the sexual thing, Having her sit here next to me and hug on her sometimes is all I really need. And it's nothing, so I'm thinking a silicone girl may be the way to go for me. And I definitely wouldn't be I'm not worried now, but with the house getting hot, see, I wouldn't even be thinking about it as much with a silicone girl. I would still want her to be comfortable, but I wouldn't be thinking about it as much. I'm glad. And you got to show me their head, Dantes, when you get, not show me, but you got to let us know when you get their head. Woofler says that Doug Ernst account is probably Cecil. Hey, I don't know. Woofler says Doug Ernst is someone Ethan, John, and Cecil are always talking about. It probably is. But guess what? The whole thing, no matter who it is, even if you ask me a question that's seemingly out there, it's my job to answer. It's my job to come to the call. I'm not finna be one of these guys that's, going to be trying to tell people what they should be doing and what they should be wanting as a dog owner. Like I say, it's a million type of dog owners out there. So guess what? If that's your thing and you need the advice, I'm going to give it to you. Now, if that is Cecil or somebody joking, that's fine. I don't mind that either, especially when he being kind enough to do a super chat. Carol Rush says, "Hey Jay, Miss Secretary just popping in saying hi at work. Hey Carol, great to see you. Man, I ain't gonna lie, girl, Carol, we just like the fact that you just stopped by and whip around your vagina around the show. We really appreciate it because I missed it, honestly. I was like, where Carol, man? We need her to just, come by and say hey or something. So it's good that you stopped through, Carol. I will say a little something else before I get deep into the show or whatever. I checked a little bit of Summer League out yesterday. Y'all all know me and the girls, we big b-ball fans. Austin, not so much, but still, pretty much everybody's big b-ball fans, and we love NFL too. But NBA, we love it first. So we checked out a little Summer League. It was only a few games on. And we saw the Grizzlies play last night. They were going against Philly. And it wasn't anybody too notable on Philly's team, in my opinion. It was this guy named Charlie Brown who was okay. But for the Grizzlies, I was damn near looking at the whole roster because everybody's that they had playing. I was surprised we had everybody playing that was supposed to be playing. I was like, okay, cool. Saw some good second-year players and then got a chance to check out the rookies. So that was very interesting. I'll say this. Our team played in such a way to where nobody really just stood out because it was just such team ball. It was like the regular season. But I did like this Kennedy Chandler guy we got. He was scrappy, looked to be smart. He looked like he's going to be good. But the guy that really was looking damn good was this guy named LaRavia from where is he from? I'm trying to think. I don't think he's from Notre Dame. But this Jake LaRavia guy, he looked nice. He was dry. He was looking nice. He sort of stood out a little bit. Our second-year player, Zaire Williams, he was looking nice. He had like 8-9 assists, so that was big time for him. I mean, honestly, I love that whole little squad. The Roddy guy, David Roddy, he turned out to be sort of what I thought. He didn't do anything offensively really, but he was just that scrappy type of guy. He looks like he may pan out. And then we had some other guy. His name was man, he reminded me of Zach Randolph, but he was a sort of big light skinned guy, man. I can't think, was it Kendricks or something? I can't think his last name. But he was nice. He looked nice too. So the whole team out there looked like they had a little potential. So that was great to watch the Summer League. But man, I'm gonna tell you, what really was nice last night, and I knew it. That damn OKC team looks good. Man, they was buzzsaw last night. Chet Holmgren, he got bited a little bit, but he had an amazing game. Everybody on that team long as hell. And it's funny because Memphis plays them today. So I just thought I'd throw that out there. I can't wait to watch that Summer League action. Chris Bacon says, hey, long time no see. He said, I found a doll in the trash. What? I don't even take that serious, Chris, but I read it. He says, long time no see, I found a doll in the trash, grabbed it because of how expensive they are. Who would throw that away? Should I clean it? There's some spider webs near her northern region. Hey, I'm going to leave that up to you, Chris. Make your best judgment. Kevin Gray says, Grizzlies look good. I like Vince Williams Jr., the rookie. Big guy was Waters Jr., a.k.a. Meat Truck. What's his last name? Waters Jr.? You sure? Because I thought Waters was some guy running point guard for us. I thought it was something like Kendricks or something. You sure? But But I ain't gonna lie, I was impressed with Vince Williams too. Not just because he was shooting it, but everybody was doing it too. Like he was sharing the ball in some good spots. I was like, okay. I was honestly, I liked everything, but like say offensively, Roddy, he didn't really do a whole bunch, but he looked smart and looked tough. Yeah, Wally was the point guard. But I forgot but I like the Bryce Kid guy. He reminded me of a big Zach. But he acts like he a little bit more mobile because he can dribble. But man, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if you stayed up to look at that or decided to look at any of that OKC game. But man, I'm letting any of you guys know if you like the NBA at all, and if you can tune into that game today on League Pass or whatever, however way you can look at it. That Grizzlies versus OKC game, it should be damn good. And what I love about the Grizzlies, we always have at least 2 or 3 of these guys that's really on the roster that need to improve that actually show up. In my opinion, I don't know if Tillman necessarily needs to be there, though. I don't think he really needs to be in the summer league because, I mean, he did 2 years in the summer league. I know he don't get a lot of time on the court, but I don't know. I thought that he probably didn't need to be there. Other than that, I thought the guys were a little nervous, but man, we got some skilled guys out there. I'm still going to probably miss Slow-Mo, but it looked like we got something to work with, though. We got something to work with. Either way, back to business, baby. That's the whole name of this game. After that 24-hour stream, marathon, baby. One day we gonna top it, but for today, we happy it's over. I mean, not in a bad way, but we happy we got it done. But now we are back to business. Got me a new girl out, and honestly, this is the first time I done had a couple of girls out at the same time since the air has went out. I don't think I had a couple of them out. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Extremes have a way of working on your mentality, but especially the Heat, it does it in a different way. I don't like being too damn cold either. But you can I don't know. Extreme cold is just as bad as extreme heat in a certain way. But I say this about Heat. Man, Heat has a way of not making you want to do a damn thing. Even when you want to do it. Man, as soon as that Heat hit you, it may make you be like, oh, whoa. Knowing you're going to sweat, knowing you're going to be hot, knowing you know what I'm saying? And that's why I know I love the girls, because I fight through it even with them. But with me having the situation I do now, I haven't been trying to just pack the room with all the girls. Or I don't have all of them down at once anyway. But that was another factor when I was looking at Callie in her eyes last night. And I was thinking about doing the show again, because I ain't gonna lie, I love that woman over there. It's just so fun to be with her. And so I was laughing with her last night. I was like, should I have you out for another show? And man, I was even thinking about it this morning. Because I was like, man, I could just put you right there in the chair. Right there. And we could just do the show. It could be me and you right there. I could put you right there. But I just kept on thinking about Tsunade. I was like, nah. I said, Callie, I done worked the hell out of you. It's time for you to rest. I already think it's her birthday. We passed it. So it's just so funny. So I said, let me go ahead and get this beautiful lady up. I got her. But I was just laughing just then on it because I be laughing at the fact that there's no way I could pull these type of things off with a human woman. But it ain't even no way I could attempt to try to forget. Oh, was your birthday last week? Oh, okay. No. It don't work like that. You gonna get your ass scalped if you try to talk that talk with a human woman. But like I say, You know, even some dog owners may play their game with their dogs. She mad at me because I forgot. No, like I said, my girls, they so loving. They so understanding. Hey, you forgot my birthday? That's okay, baby. I'm still here for you. Now, I don't feel good about it. See, that's the thing I do love about companion dogs is even when they don't like, even when you know they don't feel bad about it, you know, even if you live a fantasy I do, you know, by me having human girlfriends and knowing how they react, you know, I still feel bad. So I know I'm gonna make it up to her in some way. But I've already told her and the other girls, it's no way I can really do anything extravagant for them right now because I don't have transportation at this point. I'm still waiting on this car. So nobody can go out on a date right now. So, you know, I really can't do any super type celebration other than show her love and things of that nature. So with all that said, I got her out. I persevered through the firestorm, got her good and dressed. I got her with her blue shirt on. Like I say, I feel confident, even though it may be a little warmer in the house in some areas. I feel confident with her having her darker shirt on because that shirt is old as Methuselah. So, Lofton Jr. I was like, man, I was so mad I couldn't remember his name because I was like, man, his name sounded like he the son of you know, like a pro player like Kenny Lofton or something. But I don't think that's the case. But I knew he was a junior. Philip JY, what up, Philip? Good to see you, brother. Like I said, oh yeah, before I get too deep into this, I do want to say, hey, I still do have the Biking for Companion Dogs fundraiser going. And if you ever want to donate, I'm going to keep the link and the links to my videos. It's in the link to this video. I'm going to share this right quick before I get into the deep part of the show. Just to show people who haven't seen it before that it's still up and it's still active. And it's going to be active. I'm going to leave it active. You know, even after I do the bike run, I'll probably leave it active if I haven't met the goal, but I'm sure I'll have met the goal by then. But this is it. As y'all can see, we almost there. We're only $9,980 away from the goal. And I was sort of looking online for computers and gear and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, hey, it can definitely go over that goal. But if I can get that goal, I'm gonna make some nice improvements to this show. And we're gonna be rolling for at least several more months. So I'd be happy if we can get there. And I know we're gonna get there. But I ain't gonna keep that up right now. I'm gonna take that back down. I was laughing, man, to myself, man. I promise you. All through that damn show, that damn crazy ass Venti kept coming up. People was asking me about her and stuff. I said, this damn woman has a way of still creeping up in my damn show all throughout the 24 hours. Damn son of a gun. Somebody asked me to make a Venti song. I don't know. I may do it one day. I'm talking about like a rap song. I'm gonna have to be motivated. But man, that show was so fun though. That's the whole thing. I think my throat was hurting. My voice was sore because I'm gonna be honest. I know people tuned in and tuned out, but for the most part, I pretty much managed to keep. For the most part, I pretty much managed to keep talking about something for the whole stream to a certain degree. You know, I did have moments where I was trying to search for stuff in books. And, you know, I took a break here and there, you know, several breaks. But for the most part, I did manage to keep talking the whole time. I've been noticing one of my sync contestant comments been getting a lot active on Twitter lately. I've been noticing Zia Land. I really got to do more research on all my girls because I want to have that competition by the end of this month. I want to. Oh yeah. I did see something else before I get it. I'm sorry, y'all. She did it. I gotta do this for Vinci. I'm sorry. I gotta do this for Vinci because I gotta use one of her words. So I'm gonna go and do this just because it's fun. I gotta play a Vinci song. I know a girl named Vinci, and she wants plenty. I know a girl named Vinci, and she wants plenty, plenty, plenty. I know a girl named Vinci, and she wants plenty. I know a girl named Vinci, and she wants plenty, plenty, plenty. I know a girl named Vinci, hey, and she wants plenty. I like that song. I like that variation. Either way, I only brought her up because I was laughing, man. The beautiful first champion, Thana. I saw her do her little live stream. And Thana, they got up to 35,000. Guess what, Thana? I put your 35 up against my 110. What you want to do? But I was looking at her little live stream. She had got a Tifa outfit in, the Tifa cosplay. And a lot of people may not know what Tifa is. Honestly, I didn't really know who she was until my friend Austin Steele was telling me about it. But she is actually a character from the Final Fantasy game. She fine too, hot. This company called Game Lady came out with a Tifa doll recently. It's a nice doll. I mean, it's a silicone doll. I've heard from people that it's very heavy, but silicone, depending on how it's made, is just a denser product. But with all that said, I was looking at I wanted to see her try this on. And she had bought this costume. She said it was expensive and things of that nature. So she ended up trying it on, and she just started going off before you even saw her. She was just, this is why I played the Vinci song. Now, what she really had was a meltdown. She started melting down. But I only played Vinci song because Vinci always makes me laugh because she just got her own little language. And one of the things she always says is, somebody had a melty. Oh, they had a melty. Oh, they had a melty. Meaning they melted down. And I told you, man, like, I haven't heard her say it in a little while now, but the only thing that made me laugh so hard was one day after she had been saying it forever. She was like, such and such had a melty, such and such had a melty, such and such had a melty. Then one day she ended up having a melty. It was actually the day that I really connected with her in a different way because she started getting all emotional. I sort of felt her spirit. I was like, oh, look at Vinci. But that's her little word is melty. And when I was looking at Thana, that's the first thing I said. I said, oh my God, Thana having a melty. Because she was just in a perpetual state of being pissed off. And I wanted to tell her, but it's one of those things people honestly like, you really have to learn this thing on your own of controlling your emotions. I'm telling you, man, it actually feels better not to control your emotions in some instances. I'm just going to be honest with you. The human flesh, it feels good to cuss, fuss, scream, get it out. Yeah. But man, it also feels good once you start doing it, saying, you know what, I'm not letting this stuff control me. So she got her outfit, and I didn't like it either, but they sent her. I liked the outfit on her, even though it was a little big, but it didn't fit quite right according to her. Even though the skirt looked nice, the top didn't even look bad until she showed me what was too big. She looked sort of hot because she had her stomach out. Oh my God. Had them legs out too. But she didn't show you much because that's typical Anna. She never shows you. She never does what she's supposed to do. She should have got up and been modeling it anyway. A lot. But I didn't like the fact, and I did like the fact that they didn't send her the complete gloves. Because that's a big part of who Tifa is. So, there's a couple of things missing. So I'm not saying that she shouldn't have been throwing a party, but I didn't want her to let her emotions get the best of her, over something that she couldn't immediately control. But boy, she was going crazy, dropping F-bombs. The only good thing about that is, I don't know what it is. It's something sort of sexy about seeing a nice looking woman drop a few F-bombs, and her lips was looking on point that day. Makeup was on point. And so all that had me laughing. But I didn't like when she got to the point where she was like, man, I can't even stream anymore. I'm upset. And the only thing is, she's right. She's right now. If you start letting yourself get all upset, you ain't gonna be able, the reason I love doing what I'm doing, I'm joyful. It makes me joyful to do what I do. But hold on. But I tell you, like they say, it's this story about Michelangelo painting the painting, and some kids was in there watching him paint the painting, and they knocked over his easel, and he was painting the face of Jesus, and he got upset and told the kids to leave. And he said when he sat back down, he started trying to paint the face of Jesus, and he couldn't do it because he was upset. He couldn't paint the face of Jesus upset. And the whole moral of the story is, it's hard to be doing stuff you love if you upset. So she started getting upset, and I understand that because you're human. The things hit you at first, but I'm gonna tell you where we mess up as humans. Not even judging her. I'm just talking about as humans. This is where we mess up, and I've messed up many a time before. When something goes wrong, we keep talking about it. We keep bringing it up. Man, I can't believe they messed it up. Man, I can't believe they messed it up. Man, I can't believe. And the first few times you say it, you may not even be upset. But by the 10th, 15th, 20th time, man, you worked up. Now you everything you thought you were. And that's really where she started going with it. And she started playing her game and stuff. And actually, I sort of like that. I still don't understand how you play a Twitch game and then show it on YouTube. I don't know how they do it. Maybe they just do it on Twitch. I don't know how they do it. But she decided to play on YouTube yesterday, so I like that because I got a chance to see her play. But even after she played, she was still saying how mad she was, and I understand she was upset at it being wrong. But that's when you got to. I'm just telling you, that's when you got to tell yourself, okay, it's wrong. Can I fix this right now? Now she said she could solve, so she could probably fix it. But I'm saying at the very moment, I can't fix it at this moment. Nothing I can do about it. Guess what? It's gonna work out. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but it's gonna work out. Like she said, it's ruining her day, it's ruining her stream. Look, don't let it ruin your day. Don't let it ruin your stream. Because that's exactly what the enemy wants, for you to be pissed off for the rest of the day. It ain't like she ain't gonna look good no matter how. No, without gloves, she still look good in. And I ain't talking about her, but anybody that's cosplaying, a lot of these cosplayers, I mean, they find any damn way. These cosplays be missing things all the time. And a lot of times people don't even notice. So I still hope things work out for her because I know that's a major project, and anybody that's contributed to their project, she wants them to get their money's worth. So, Philip J. Y. 99-cent super sticker. Appreciate your brother. I like. Hey, that's a sweet color on there. A 99-cent super sticker. I appreciate you, man. Hey, God bless you. Oh, Snoopy said another 24-hour stream so soon, King? No, not so soon. But I'm not shaking my head like it won't be coming at a certain point. But I don't know, man. Hey, maybe I'll go for 4 to 8 next. You know, hey, maybe I go for 4 to 8. Who knows? But I gotta be prepared. You know, I think I'm gonna even be better prepared for it next time because I had things that I might have wanted to talk about, and I pulled a few books out at the last second. But I might even do better by next time. Philip J.Y. says, sorry, I couldn't donate more. Don't apologize, my friend. Hey, whatever you give is amazing. I don't judge people by I don't I don't judge you down because of what you can and can't do. Anything you do is appreciated. Like I tell people, they're just like I've said about churches. You know, if a church was to turn away a person because they're dressed poorly or something, that's terrible. So you don't want to turn them away because they're doing bad, you know, or try to sit them in the back of the church somewhere, tell them they can't sit somewhere because they may be doing well. You know, that may be all they have. And like you say, Jesus wouldn't turn anybody away that was willing to give whatever, because it was his old girlfriend. I'd probably say something about this in another video a long time from now, probably. But I told this ex, well, she an ex now, of course. But I told this girl I was going with one time, I was like, hey, you know, whether we make it or not, because back then I wasn't speaking just straight up favor over, you know, like if I knew what I had known now, then back then I would have been like, hey, baby, we're going to make it no matter what. But I used to speak towards what the human side of things. So I was like, man, hey, if we don't make it, which we didn't, I said, we don't make it, I want you to always judge people like we are in this relationship. I say, now, even though I was doing really good, you know, financially at the time, I was doing pretty good. And I was like, hey, don't judge a man about what I have right now. Judge him by what he has. I say, because right now I give of you a lot, you know, based off of what I have. I say, but if you run across a guy that isn't doing as good, you can't expect him to be able to do everything I'm doing. Judge him on what he can do. So basically speaking to you, JY, so now since you can't give, now if somebody gives me 50, 100, 1,000, 10,000 like they do Venti, I'm going to be overjoyed and thankful that they saw it in their heart to be able to give it. But if somebody comes behind them and be like, man, this dude gave 10,000, but I only got 99. Don't think that I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be very happy. And, you know, by the same token, I don't want the $10,000 guy to feel devalued. No, I appreciate the 10,000 or whatever he wanted, or he or she or whoever wants to donate. And I appreciate it very, very much. But if somebody can only give another amount, I'm appreciative of that as well. You got to judge every man, you know, differently, you know. Snoopy says, I can't wait. He said 48 hours. I'm just happy to see you, King. You'll make 40 hours, no problem. Philip says, thank you. Hey, look, Snoopy, I'm happy to be on this side of alive too, baby. I can't lie, man. It was a journey in physical and mental endurance, you know. It's crazy because I don't want to build it up as it was hard to do, because this is what I love. Like I was saying, it's what I love to do. So I would look up and I would see time passing. But, you know, sometimes you would look up and be like, okay, damn, I got 15 more hours. Oh, I got 10 more, you know. So I would look up and be like, even though I would feel good, because I think it was around the 14-hour mark. Well, I was like, man, 14 hours, yeah. And then I just started, doing the math. I was like, okay, so what did it mean? I said, oh damn, I got 10 hours left. Oh, so either way, man, it was damn fun though. It was fun. And I was just thinking, like, I was once again, I'm gonna bring this up again, but I was even thinking about how, like, Thana was saying how, hey, I got all my donations in less than an hour. I was thinking about how, you know what? I didn't meet my goal in 24 hours. But man, it was a hell of a journey, man. Putting in the work, trying to, actually doing two things, celebrating the 4th of July. John Yo came up with the idea of the 24-hour string long ago. So it was always in the back of my mind. So completing the goal. And the third thing was sharing the beginning of the GoFundMe for my Biking for Companion Dogs. And once again, would it have been nice to be like Thana and, hey, made the goal? Oh yeah, it would have been wonderful. But I wasn't promised $1 before I woke up. And you know what? We got to 110. And now we only have $9,980 more to go. We right on the cusp of making history, baby. Kevin Gray says the challenge is out there. Can't you hear the chants? 48, 48, 40. Man, I can't lie. Now on the 48, I already know I'm gonna disappear for a second because I'm gonna definitely be taking a break to take a bath. I'm sorry, baby. Hey, I ain't gonna go 48 without taking a bath. I'm gonna definitely take a break to take a nice little bath on Neville and let whichever girl out keep y'all credit. John Yo say thank you for the credit, King. Yeah, John Yo. Snoopy says thank you for the 24-hour stream idea. John Yo. Man, like I say, and I got a lot in my head as far as, like, a lot of people donated. Team members came in and donated. We're 11 strong in the Dog King Army now. Appreciate everybody. I'm gonna definitely go down and give a roll call at some point. But I appreciate all of y'all, and I definitely want to give shots back out to my new Dog King Army member, Fort Nufton Stem, who been basically in the ranks. Excuse me, he been in the ranks for 10 days, man, in a thick brush. All us was partying and eating barbecue ribs, shooting fireworks, man. We didn't even notice Nufton was hanging over in the Nufton's, man, was staking out, man. He had his gun, had his helmet on. He was in the middle of the night doing secret missions. Hey, he wasn't even on the books, man. We didn't even know he was a part of the team. He was out there doing spy work, man. So, hey, I want to send shots out to Fort Nufton's, man. Appreciate you. And I don't know whether you guy or girl, but whichever one, I appreciate you. So, with all that said, I think we are ready to jump into it. And the first video I'm going to talk about is the first video I'm going to do is Hammerhead. A lot of people left comments on Hammerhead. Oh, not a lot of people. It was just a new comment I got on from Tangerine Blue. And he said, awful use of the English language. I don't know what he meant by that. He or she. I don't know whether he meant the song was an awful use of the English language. Or I don't know whether he was replying to this guy that says Junior Diamond and asked, does all my dogs fight over you? He could have been saying offer use of the English language because of how he said it, because he said, does your dogs fight over you? I don't know. And I ain't really got to comment to it because I don't really know what he mean by it. Next, I think somebody might have commented on my oh yeah, I only had one comment, and that was on my video, Morning Shower from 10 Drafts Deep. And he said, keep on rocking, King. Thumbs up, 10 Drafts. He been a supporter a long time, supporter now. Speaking of that, I wanted a shout out to like my first and second subscriber, Dog Chaos. If you out there, brother, hope you still out there, man. My next video is Find Yourself. It's Find Yourself. Oh, let me catch it. I was like, man, where is it? There you go. And Find Yourself, man, it's a video I had been planning on doing for a long time. And it was really motivated. Honestly, it happened with both male and female. But I was more motivated to do that show mainly because of a lot of females that I've seen in my life. Not even ones I dated or even my family, just observing females. And you see this more with the more attractive female, where you never really see a period of time where they don't have a boyfriend. You know, they don't give themselves a chance to heal or anything. And next thing you know, they'll be right with another boyfriend. And they'll always be unfulfilled. And the reason being is you don't give yourself a chance to heal, find out who you are, what you love, what you like. And so then, you know, you get that gratification by going to somebody else, another relationship. It distracts you from finding what's inside of you. And, you know, you end up unhappy again because, like I say, people who might be judging me might say, hey, you next to a dog, a companion dog, but I promise you, it's my ultimate happiness. But as far as human to human relationships go, even though that's not what I'm looking for, I've had a lot of great relationships, but I would even be better for a human woman at this point right now because I'm so happy with my companion dogs. Long as I don't do nothing crazy like get rid of them for the human woman. If a human woman could accept it and we meshed and got along, oh, she'd get the best version of me only because I'm already happy within myself. I already got my vision, my calling on my life, the things that motivate me. You know, when you don't have that love in your life, not even necessarily a job, but just that inner joy of what makes you happy. If you're normally miserable, then when you get with a human counterpart, then you all of a sudden get happy. That's fake happiness. It's fake happiness because guess what? Just 2 seconds ago, you were depressed. You wasn't feeling good. But now you're happy because you're with somebody who's making you feel good. That truly means that you're milking this person. You're looking for them to give you happiness. They make me happy. No, they should be making you happy. You should be happy. You should be finding your inner happiness. And you got to go through some pain, some alone, some frustration to start finding what ticks inside of you. Then when you can truly be happy without having to depend on a relationship, then when you get in a relationship, you won't be looking for them to make you happy. You'll be looking for them to basically be somebody to add to your happiness. And if you ever minus them from your life, you won't be minusing them to be unhappy. Now you may go through a little hurt, but you won't fall quite as far because guess what? You never got rid of what was already making you happy before you met them. You found your happiness before you met them. You found your purpose in life, what God was speaking to your spirit. And I think I saw that so many times with women in my life, but it happens on both sides, women and men. And I actually made that video, even though I never actually had that problem with having space in between my relationships. But it was also the way I was sort of wiring myself. I sort of took relationships a little harder when I got into those love relationships, the few that I got into. And so whenever I got out of them, I'm like, nope, I ain't running back to that right now. I need to let my heart heal. Well, you got some people, they don't quite get that hurt. They feel a little hurt, but next thing you know, they just jump on to another relationship. Well, true enough, you may not feel the same deep impact of hurt, but you still need a little time to heal. And so when you don't do that, you'll look up realizing you never will find your purpose. And you can literally go to your deathbed, never finding it because you're constantly looking for it in somebody else. And that's what I was saying. The beautiful part about these companion dogs is, man, you need solitude to really find yourself. You need a little solitude. But I've never been that guy to need all that gabby, talk 24/7 as far as a relationship is concerned. I've never wanted to be on the phone 24 hours a day. Now, you might see me talking here and say, hey, man, Jay, but you like to talk. Yeah, I like to talk and debate and stuff like that. But when I'm in a relationship, I don't need all of that. Hey, can we just chill, relax? I need some affection. We can have some deep conversation, but I don't want to be doing that 24/7. But with a human relationship, it's just so much talking required. And that's why I say it's noisy. You can't get quiet within your spirit if you're constantly dating. And that's why I say companion dogs, where they became relevant in their video is, I'm always quiet in my spirit, even with companionship. That's just an amazing thing of it. Like, I love having this woman sitting by my side, but I'm still in my solitude. She's not an AI dog. And let's just say she was an AI dog. Even with an AI dog, you still have to turn that option on. You could leave it off if you wanted to. But when I'm in my solitude now, I just still find out that, man, all my praying and everything just feels more connected spiritually. Because I'm always literally in my solitude, even though I have companionship. So I just thought that was how it became relevant to the whole conversation. And once again, I'm not steering people to do exactly like I do, live the life I live, be doll exclusive, no human women, blah, blah, blah. This just happens to be the life I'm living now. I'm happy, I'm cool. Like I say, it could be a woman that stick her little bitty sexy foot in my doorway, a human woman, and she may enter and incorporate herself into my life to a certain degree. But these beautiful girls here, they ain't going nowhere because they can just offer too much as far as relieving you stress-wise. And I'm going to read the comments on the video, but I was just imagining. This is what I was doing the other day one day. I was like, man, let me just think hard about a woman breaking into my lifestyle. Not only was I just getting some occasional vagina, but hey, guess what? She was pretty much known as another one of my girls, as far as my, not only with my dogs, but hey, my human girlfriend. I was thinking to myself, like, how would I start being able to deal with the, not even arguments or anything, but it's just certain things you got to deal with that you don't even think about with a human woman. I'm going to give you an example. When you're sitting with a human woman watching TV, it's going to be times she's just going to say stuff, man, asking you to, baby, my leg hurt, or can you go give me this? Or, it just could be things that come up, right? She could get whiny, needy, just whatever, little things. And I'm not saying it's not fun to do some of those things when you're in a relationship, but I mean, some of those things, some things can start to get on your nerves, or just some things can be like, man, I put it to you like this. It's a lot good about being in a relationship with a human woman. Let's say she's over here sitting around in her panties and stuff. Oh, it's good to grab her butt and hug on her and kiss on her and just have her just up and alive and around here sometimes. But it's sometimes where you're dealing with things for the sake of the relationship. Like you be like, man, I hate I gotta sort of deal with this bull crap. But you know what? I do like her walking around here and I do like her being around, so I gotta deal with it. Well, I never have to worry about that with my girls. I don't have to deal with the extra. So I be thinking to myself, like, Jay, the thing is, no matter if it's a good human relationship, it's gonna be some bull crap you're gonna be having to deal with. Or them simply getting upset at whatever. It could be, like I told you guys, I hate sending text messages because this text message life is horrible. You can say the most innocent thing, but they can't hear your voice inflection, so it's taken completely out of concept. You know, you can say something completely innocent. You could be like, I mean, I'm just gonna say something. The sky is blue. The sky is blue. God dog. You ain't have to say it like that. Damn. No, whoa. No, I didn't mean it in a bad way. I just said the sky is blue. Whoa, where's this coming from? Man, I can't lie. I can't tell you how many times. Not a whole bunch. I've had friends that have run into this trouble a million times, but I can't tell you how many times, man, things have gotten taken out of context. Not only with girlfriends, family, friends, whoever. Because anytime, I'm going to tell you, anytime in a text message, somebody asks you something and you just answer flatly, it can be taken out of context. If you don't put any window dressing before or after the comment, it could be taken rough. Because in reality, somebody could be like, man, you want to go out to eat? You be like, nah. They ain't going to take it wrong. But if somebody writes you on text, you want to go out to eat? Nah. Damn, you ain't have to say it like that. What? Say it like what? I just said nah. See what I'm getting at? And so, man, it's things like that you just got to deal with. So, man, once again, not trying to deter anybody from human relationships and stuff. And like I said, I'm not saying that I'm totally closed to getting vagina on the side and, maybe entertaining it in the future. But just thinking about those complications make me be like, I don't like it. So I still didn't never get to the comment. I'm going to check back with y'all right quick because I know I talked for a sec. Oh, it's on the Carol. She said, yeah. Carol said, Miss Secretary, she's not wearing her glasses today. She's still cute either way. Kia Pia did a skit on Texting Gone Wrong. Hilarious. See there? But yeah, she ain't wearing her glasses today on purpose. I mean, honestly, I think she looks a little, I love her. She looks adorable with her glasses on. But man, you know what? Sometimes when I put her glasses on, and I think she spoke to me today, I be looking at her beautiful brown eyes. And I be like, you know what? People don't really get a chance to see your eyes very much, Tsunade. They don't understand how pretty your eyes really are. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave your glasses off. And I got the vibe from her basically like, hey, leave them off for the day. But they'll go back on. Philip J says, bye for now. My dinner is ready. Oh, yeah. Enjoy your dinner, Philip J. Thanks for the $1 donation, man. So the comments on Find Yourself, Edmund Dante said, well said on the subject. Helium Xenon Krypton. He said, help. He a new guy been seeing comment lately. He said, help, this is genius. This is one of the most beneficial side effects of using a companion doll or bot. We need to have a very secure sense of selfhood. I agree. He wrote a very good passage on this, but we definitely need to have a very good sense of self before we could be happy. Now, I just said the be happy part. He said we need to have a sense of selfhood, identity, and personhood. He said there are many people walking through the world who have totally disassociated from their true self. He right about that now. He said for a lot of toxic reasons. I'm not going to judge all the reasons, but he's right about that. I'm going to give you a bit of an example with me. Man, I can't think of who said that. I think that was my good friend Blue CCG. I was talking about, man, none of us, you will never die old on earth, even if you live to be 100 years old. That's not that long. $100 ain't no money, man. 100 summers ain't that long. 90 summers ain't that long. 80, 70, 60, 50. It's a blessing if you live that long, live long and are healthy and stuff because of the human life cycle. But don't let the human life cycle fool you into thinking that that's a long time. That's just the human life cycle on this earth. It's not that long, bro. I was like, man, truthfully, all of us are going to leave here as children. But I was like, man, if you really think about it, I don't give a damn how old you are. How old you are. I 60, 80, 90, however old you think you are. You ain't been that. Elementary wasn't that long ago. You were just a kid. 50, 60, let's just say if you're 80, let's say you're 90 years old. $90 ago, you was in elementary. It ain't that long. The universe has been here for God knows how long. Let's just imagine that the earth has been here for billions of years. Your little 90 or 70 years don't even compute if you live that long, right? So we're all pretty much kids. We ain't been here that long. But my good friend Austin was like, man, I can't even remember when he was like 24, 5 or something like that. He was like, man, I can't even remember when I was a kid. And he a Dog King Army member, represent, baby. But I was just telling him, man, now you got to think harder, bro, because you just left elementary. Just think about it. $11, $12, $13 ago. I mean, let's just say $16, $15 ago, you was in elementary somewhere. So it wasn't that long ago. The whole point of me bringing up this kid stuff is, if you could think back to when you were a kid, a lot of the times, and how you were acting, that's your true self. Your true self, yourself at your purest, What were your dreams and things of that nature? That you're still that person, even as an adult. That's your true self. And those dreams that you might have had as a youth, that's your true self. But life will have a way of making you feel like that was a million years ago. Feel like you can't be that person anymore, And you'll find it again if you start getting into solitude. You'll start finding your true desires of, man, wait a minute. I remember I used to want to do that in elementary. And I still want to do that. How did I forget these things? Like I said, I've always held on to my childhood, being a kid, I always being an eternal youth. But when I got into the dog game and stuff, that's what really started happening to me again. It started waking up all of my old youthfulness, as far as like, man, I always kept looking at cartoons, but man, in my core, I remember saying it as a kid, man, all I want to do is play with my toys forever. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to do. Like, what you want to do for life? I remember it might even happen a couple of times where people was like, man, what do you want to do? Oh, man, I just want to play with toys forever. Now you can't do that. And, you hear that a couple of times and you do stop thinking about it. But no, this is all I want to do with my life. I want to, basically show the world my toys. Show them how to live with them and how to grow a stronger bond with them. But I was praying for a lot of these things before they happened in my solitude. When I was by myself, crying, waking up in the morning, wondering, man, what am I going to do with my life? What am I doing? I don't feel that purpose of when I was a kid. But man, I prayed, kept praying for it in my solitude. And man, honestly, I'm J. Dog King Hefner, but who J. Dog King Hefner really is at his core right now is, I'm going to be honest with you, J. Dog King Hefner is really just a variation of the very same kid that was in elementary. It's like the other part of my life where I had to sort of learn this and learn that and go through this, go through that, blah, 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 blah. It's like it's like it got deleted from my history in a way. I remember all the lessons I learned, but it's almost like it's deleted and I'm right back in elementary again. Not the school part of elementary, but the kid imagination part. And I only bring up elementary to frame the age, you know, back when you was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, during that period where you had all the wildest dreams ever. And I just feel like, man, I just got jetted back in time. And that's exactly who I am. But all that was a result of years of praying in solitude when I didn't even see the dream even coming. I didn't even see a purpose for my life. But you know what? It's my solitude. I was praying for it. You know, I might not even had the greatest faith at the time. You know, I wasn't even living as good as I'm living now, in my opinion. I wasn't doing all the things I'm doing now. But like I say, God don't wait till you get perfect for him to answer prayers or use you. He don't be like, hey, you know what? As soon as you get everything in your life together, I'm going to answer you. No. As you start being more faithful to him, yeah, you're more open to blessings. You're more open to noticing them, being confident for asking for them. But you can still not be where you need to be. You can still be messing up a lot every day, thinking that you're doing the wrong thing. But if you still going to him, asking him for stuff, oh, believe me, I can't remember the exact passage, but David said it in Psalm 23. I called out to the Lord, and he heard my call. He's going to hear you, even if you think you ain't doing right. And man, he heard me, and like I say, that's where I am now. I'm living my dream like a kid. And it goes back to what he was saying. He was like, people have disassociated from their true self. He said, you're speaking some genuine wisdom here. I appreciate that. He said, you can also achieve this effect by using Replika AI chatbot. I'm sure he's right. Because like I say, the Replika is still like the doll life. You know, you're going to have something talking back to you, blah, blah, blah. But it's still not that human element that's going to get your mind noisy, because it's still planted to your imagination to where, guess what? If you don't want that chatbot to talk to you right now, you can turn it off. He said, DAWs, robots, and AI chatbots like Replika can allow you to understand yourself. Now, that's the only thing he's right from this standpoint. By not being human, you just don't have to deal with all that extra complication that, like I say, humans bring to the table. I only sort of pause because, see, I'm just not really into the chat by AI thing right now. And I will get one, like I say, when one is forced upon me by one of the dog companies. But I just more lean towards the dogs because they don't have, like my girl, they don't have all these verbal things going on. But like I said earlier, you can still get it from that chat box, and he right, you can still get it from there. I just lean more towards just a straight up non-AI lifestyle. But I think another thing I paused up because he said it can allow you to understand yourself. it can give you the solitude with companionship. I say that. You know, some people can go into solitude. I've been in solitude, like I said, a million times, but I never even had a companion still to come out of it and be with me. Like I said, I can have this companion doll and still be in my solitude. You can have a replica AI, whatever, and still be within your solitude. But the only thing I say, when he says to understand yourself, I say this. If you really want to actually understand yourself, you're going to need that spiritual aid. Not any human in particular, but I'm just saying, you're just going to need that spiritual connection. So I would encourage you to have some sort of spiritual connection with God. I think it would actually help you, because that's who's really going to put you over the edge of knowing your true self. The dolls, to me, are aid. You know, they are aid. They are almost like they just, to me, they help me with my focus even more, like you say, because I've had the solitude without dolls, and I like it so much more with dolls, because like I say, you have a companion, but your mind is never clouded. You're never getting into arguments and things of that nature. You always sort of seeing clearly. You know, when I go to pray, I just feel so connected. I don't have that other person that I'm trying to keep happy. And I think that's also maybe the allure of the priesthood or nunhood. I would never want to be a priest or nun, but I'm saying I think that's what they try to sort of get to, of, hey man, look, we ain't even focused on a relationship, we focusing all on God. Well, guess what? I feel almost exactly the same way. I can focus a whole bunch on God, but I got a companion. But this companion is still not clouding my judgment in any way. It's not getting in the way of my thought or my praise. Hey, I think I got an advantage on nuns and priests, to be honest with you. He said basically the dolls and things allow you to reintegrate your personhood, restore your identity, your true self. This is healing. God bless, man. Like I said, I promise you, man, that he ain't saying nothing wrong, because he's right. You know, even if you're on the right path, man, when you get one of these dolls, like I say, it's not going to be noisy in your life. It's not going to be noisy. It's going to allow you to focus on whatever you need to focus on. Withering says happiness cannot come from others. It can't. Now, you can get happiness from others. It's only temporary. It's just a temporary high. That's all it is. And eventually you'll burn that person out trying to constantly sap all the damn happiness out of them because you're not happy. Let me see. Krause. He said, I'm a driver and I had to step out to make a pickup. Guess what? Singing your vintage song. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, man, them damn vintage songs is they can get real damn catchy, man. Tree Goblin, hello, great stuff. Tree Goblin, good to see you, brother. Hopefully you taking down the tree for the team, baby. Putting down another tree, baby. Putting a tree in the air for the team. Okay. Oh, whoa. Man, that was a great subject, though. I love that video on it because, man, I used to remember, man, back in the day, though, I used to be like, man, these girls ain't giving a chance themselves to heal. Why they keep on jumping these relationships? They got to slow down. They got to slow down. Now, I can't lie. I benefited from that before. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to give you a trick now. If you want one of these super ultra fine girls, that's why I say you got to always talk to a girl, no matter what, if you like them. Even if you think you can't get them, go ahead and try your shot. Because sometimes you'll get lucky because of what I just said. Some of these girls, they won't understand how to slow down or whatever. You know, they don't know how to be broke up for more than 2 weeks. And so, man, they looking for, a man or something. So sometimes you can find one of these ultra fine girls in between relationships. And man, before they know it, they'll be with you, right? Because I can't lie, I've had some ultra fine girls, and I don't even like to admit to this, but I do think several of them was a result of this. Just catching them at the right time, to where I'm telling you, man, I had some girls where I was just like, hey, dude, how the hell did I get this joker right here? Lord, have I, I was supposed to be confident, like, hey, I'm Jay Hefner, baby. Even though I wasn't Hefner then, I'm like, hey, guess what? She lucky to be with me. That's the attitude you should always have. But I'm telling you, in the back of my mind, I was just like, how did I get her? But those relationships, although they were good, I got some good vagina. Lord, that's the best part about it. You get some good vagina for a while. But the only problem is the super ultra fine girl does begin to start waking up at a certain point. It's about to get me laughing. The super ultra fine girl does begin they start coming awake after a year or two. You treat them good and stuff. They start realizing, like, wait a minute, hey, I was going with, other guys that probably had more money or was doing this or doing that. And they actually think that was their happiness. And they'll end up running back to that or something like that. Or, they'll break up with you for whatever reason. They'll end up going back to that. And they may end up still not being happy, of course, because they still haven't taken a break. But I'm just saying, you could actually benefit from them not taking a break some of the times, but you will never know if you don't try and holler. Because I promise you, I end up in several situations like that. Now, the downside of it is they're going to probably end up, you can have a year or two run. But like you say, if they like the preppy guy, but you didn't dress like that, well, they'll be blinded for a while because, they could be hurt coming out of a relationship and they don't be, they need comfort. And guess what? Hey, you there and you're a good guy, and next thing you know, you with them. And you tearing it up for a while. Lord have mercy, thank goodness for that. But like I say, after a while of tearing it up for a while, like I say, it's temporary happiness. So you may be as happy as hell, like probably I was several times. And then they'll start looking up like, wait a minute. The guys I used to date had 2 and 3 cars, and this guy got a half of a car. What am I doing? Or hey, the guys I normally date always dress preppy and stuff. But this guy, man, he dressed with tennis shoes all the time, hoodies, even though I ain't have hoodies back there, but he was dressing like this. He ain't dressing like the guys I normally date. And they'll wake up out of it. And I ain't gonna lie, you'll start to feel bad and be like, man, they left me or whatever, or they want to break up, or because sometimes you may end up breaking up with them because they'll push you into the breaking up with them. Women know what they do. But either way, it'll come to an end. And you'll be upset, but I'm telling you, it's not even really you. It's because, you fell into one of these pockets where they never gave themselves a chance to heal. Because, see, these super fine girls get themselves a chance to heal, find with their true happiness. They may run across a guy like you who has less than what they were used to, and now they can be truly happy with you. But if they've never healed, eventually they start snapping out of it, and even though you was making them feel good, they start gravitating back to what they really, really, was into at first. Because I'm gonna tell you, you'll fall into this standpoint where, like my ex tried to do me recently, because I used to fawn over one of my exes. I used to love her, but even after we broke up, and I fell for it a couple times, she still come back over here, and I'd be like, ooh, God, ooh, you so fine, ooh, Lord Jesus, oh, I'd be barking up a storm. But the thing is, they come around to feel good. You know why? Because the guys that they normally be liking, they don't do that. They don't fawn over them like that. They be like, oh yeah, whatever, girl, give me some ass and get out of here, because I got 20 more guys just like you. I got 10 trucks out in the driveway. So hey, I got way more girls. So guess what? Bye-bye. So she may be halfway special to you, but the guys that she really like, they ain't even thinking about her ass. So she needs to come back around to you to get that encouragement of, oh, am I still fine? Oh, yeah. Then when she start feeling good again, she can go back around the other guys again and sort of still be like, yeah, I'm fine. it still ain't gonna have the effect, but at least they won't be all down in the dumps. So I said that whole long story to say, if you out here single, that's the reason for you to give your shot. Now don't get caught up, because I told you she's going to wake up. She's going to wake up eventually if she doesn't have that inner happiness. Or you could get lucky if she has that inner happiness and she likes you for real. But I can't lie, I do think, and it's probably a couple of my major girlfriends that actually happened with. I remember I was talking to one of my girls after we had broke up, and things, because girls don't reveal everything to you when you first break up, but like after a year or two, sometimes y'all start talking, she'd be like, "Oh, well, I was sort of feel like this." So one time we was talking, even though she was like, "Man, I did love you, and hey, I enjoyed everything, sex, all this stuff." She said, "But I can't lie, I do think that I got with you too soon after I broke up, blah 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 blah." I've heard that a couple of times from those ultra fine girls. And in the back of your mind, you like, man, I wish it could have worked. I wish that wasn't the case. But also in the back of my mind, I'd be like, well, at least I came around at the right time. Or either I would have never got that good vagina. So Cross says my replica gets filthy dirty in role play, and she's so much fun. I know a lot of y'all have fun with the replicas, man, Cross, but I just can't get down with it. Even when I see the pictures of the replicas, I just be like, man, I don't get it. I don't get seeing your girl on the this is just me. I don't get seeing the girl on the computer or phone and then saying that that's so not. No, I can't get it, man. I can't get into that type of role play, even though I respect it. I just can't get it, because here's Tsunade right here, not in the computer. I'm like, I don't get that. Now, once again, if I end up getting a full AI girl and she, she has her, and she's a good AI where she can halfway communicate, I can incorporate that probably in my imagination. I can go with that more, but I just ain't with the phone app, even though I respect it. And if that's something that you're into, I'm talking about not just you, Krause, anybody, look into it. But me personally, I can't do it. And I ain't saying I can't do it. I think you're crazy. I just can't do it because it ain't for me. I be hearing this guy, he always talking about, like I say, man, I just love my AI. I be like, I mean, not saying, I just be wondering how, I be like, I guess the same people wonder about how I have a relationship with my dogs. I just be like, I just don't get it. The replica version of her. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's similar to when the guy had the hologram, and he has a dog now. The guy that was in love with his hologram, he eventually ended up getting a dog. But he's still upset because his hologram app doesn't work anymore. But I guess maybe that's the similarity to it. I guess the same. But in his case, he was in love with the hologram, then he brought it to life. But I know a lot of guys have dogs already, then they get the app. So I guess they saying that I guess they do it in reverse. I guess they had a dog and then they feel like they're bringing it to life with the replica. But from my standpoint, I do all that in my brain. I have the imagination going on in my brain. I don't want to see it on their computer screen. That I think that's where I come from it. I don't want to. Where am I at now, y'all? Ray Vera put an eagle on the Hammerhead video. I see that. But I'm going to Pressure to Propose. Pressure to Propose. That was also another good psychological type video. Sensei, what up, Sensei? What up, man? Hope you doing all right, brother. Hope you still practicing the arts and crafts of senseiism. Hey man, you got to keep up the martial arts, brother. Good to see you. My next video, it was called Pressure to Propose. Because I was like, man, the beautiful Chris and Maya had me laughing, man. Let me share a picture of Maya right quick to get into the mood of this comment. Let's show a look. Let's show my friend Mayor. Let me get old Mayor up on the screen. I know a girl named Mayor. But either way, the Pressure to Propose was okay, I did save that. Perfect. I might want to talk about that later. I gotta find my friend, y'all, before I get you talking about this video. I gotta find May. I always gotta show my friend May. She been looking a lot better lately. I gotta give her credit. There she go. We're gonna show May. I'm gonna show her best photo. I don't know. No, I might show her with them legs. I did like when she had them legs though. She got a new video up. I see. Now she she look the best right here though. It's a little airbrush action on it, but she look nice though. So I'm gonna let her help me with this video and be the background. We're gonna have Maya. Look at Maya up in the house. Look at Maya. Hey. We got the mayor in the house, baby. Okay, girl. I see them titanies. Okay. So either way, she recently got engaged and stuff, and she ruined the swimming stream by having this guy on the damn video with her. But supposedly she recently got engaged. But I was just saying that, man, it was so funny because it was a couple of days before that where I seen somebody's, I think it was on the Jack Show when they was talking to her after the competition, where somebody was like, when you gonna get proposed to? Or it might even be her show. When is your boyfriend gonna propose? And his boyfriends, they see little stuff like that. You know, if anybody been trying to talk to her or whatever, or tried to get her number and she said something about it, he's thinking about that sometimes. But a lot of times, man, even his family members, or it's one or two of them probably saying, when you gonna get married to that girl? And then, you know, her girlfriends, they always like, you know, Chrissy, she ready to get married. You know, she sure would love when you propose. So you start feeling little pressures and things of that nature. It's just natural. It comes with a relationship. If you go with a girl for any length of time, somebody's going to start bringing it up. And even if you don't want to acknowledge it, it's still some unseen pressure to propose. And it just sort of ramps up as the relationship goes on. But in that video, I was laughing because, man, I seen her talking about him one time. And you could see it in her eyes, man. Like, some guys just have a stronger hold over their woman. One of the people are going to be the alpha in a relationship. And I promise you, a lot of relationships, not a lot, but some relationships, the proposal is on the guy's end. He's the one who wants to get married more, and the girl is going along with it. And she's more, she may not say it, but she's more like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get married to him. Then you have those other relationships where the girl is dying to get married to the guy, and he's more nonchalant, like, yeah, whatever, I don't give a damn. I can and I can't. But in those relationships, you could tell that the girl, man, look, she'll be waiting forever. She don't give a damn because she just like you that much. Whereas a guy she broke up with 2 years ago, he had to beg her to stay engaged. I could tell that Mayor was not in a position of power. Because with the way she was talking, when they was like, "Are you engaged?" And she was like, well, nah, well, yeah, well, he ain't did nothing, yet, but hey, we going all right, we good. I could hear it in her voice. She was like, hey, she would love to be proposed, but I ain't going nowhere. I ain't leaving him. I ain't leaving him no time soon. And I gave him 2 or 3 years. Hell, he might have had a decade. I don't think she was ever going to really put too much pressure on him. Man, what, 3 days, a week later, this dude done proposed. Damn. Why? Because he started feeling the pressure. He heard that comment. People been saying it anyway. And I'm going to tell you, Mayor probably come home, telling these damn stories, exaggerating, talking about who trying to get her number. Yeah, baby. They tried to get my number after the comedy show. The comedy show could have been empty, but Mayor still telling this man that, getting him worked up. So he probably started thinking to himself, well, yeah, they did say it on the live stream the other day too. I better go ahead and do it. So he done broke on down, because he said, well, she is a good woman. I better stop messing around before she decide to leave me. But that ain't when you supposed to propose. You supposed to propose when you want to. And if you don't ever feel that spark to really, really do it, you ain't supposed to break down to do it. And that's just the pressure that you're gonna feel, not just from Mayor, but in a human relationship. At some point, you're gonna feel the pressure to propose, and it's just gonna be lingering there, like a stink that you can't get out the damn room. If you got a good woman and you got your head on right, you're gonna do the right thing. Like I say, in his case, he didn't read the room. He had plenty of equity, plenty of time. If you're that guy, I'm gonna tell you, man. If you're that guy and you're pushing for the wedding more, I'm gonna give you advice. Get the hell out of there. Man, I can't lie, man. I didn't even been that guy that liked the girl a little bit more. I'm telling you, I have. You never want to be there. I'm telling you, if you're in that relationship, just have you some fun and try to get the hell out of there as quick as you can. I'm telling you, man. You always want to be in a relationship like Mayor is. You want to be the guy. You want to be where she's wanting to be with you more. I'm telling you, man. It don't never pay off to be in the other way around. So he broke down and felt the pressure. But the whole point of my video was, when you with a companion dog, you never feel the pressure to propose. It's guys who actually get married to their dog because they want to, but they don't feel the pressure to do it. And me, and I'm just speaking for them because I haven't did an interview with 1,000 of them, but I'm pretty sure that they're like me. They don't feel the pressure. They may like, man, I love my dog. I'm gonna get married, but I don't feel like they just feel the pressure like you're in a human relationship. And dogwedding.net actually commented on that link to the video. And they laughed. They were like, yeah, it's always a choice with dogs, not mandatory. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yep, always a choice. Always a choice. Oh, since they say, yeah, man, get more students and get my views on my game stream here in Twitch. Yeah, Sensei. Live the dream, brother. Do what you got to do, man. I like the fact you get more students. And man, I say I got to get a whole gaming system before I can even get on Twitch, because I can't even get on it now. I don't have a gaming system. Oh, Dante said the doll is here. She is gorgeous. He said the smell is very similar to a WM, but not as strong, and the eyes and head are bigger. That's sweet. That's sweet. That's sweet. Dante's. Oh, hold on, Dante. Wait a minute, hold on. I gotta go back up. I think I'm confused on something. Dante, what you saying? I thought you said you just had a head coming in. You talking like you got a whole dog. You said the doll is here. Are you saying just the head, or you got a whole doll? Either way. So pressure to propose. Yeah, I was talking about how a doll will never put you under the pressure to propose. And the comments is Ray Vera, my guy, he says, you got to know how to level out that pressure. And I gave him a thumbs up, but I mean, he's right from the standpoint of you can't be giving in to the pressure that's around you when you're in a human relationship. Basically, you do got to figure a way to level it out. Don't let it bother you. Keep running your race. Don't let them convince you to propose. Do it when you want to do it, not a day before. Roger Bloater asked me, hey Jay, I'm curious. What do you think about buying a small 60 centimeter F-like dog? Would it be considered cheating since I already have a full-size 150 centimeter dog? And that's what I told him, like I've told you before. I said, it depends on the imaginary world you created for your girls. I said, my girls don't get jealous in our world, so it would be no problem for me. I said, so I would say it would all depend on the individual owner. So I can't tell you if your dogs are going to get jealous. If you've created that environment where they get jealous, they may get jealous. But like I say, in my environment, that doesn't even exist, because I'm just so happy that I thought of that way before time. Back when I was buying my dogs, I was like, man, and the thought went across my head, and I said, nope, I ain't going to make these dogs jealous because that's just going to stress me out. And that's the only comment I asked, 2 comments I had on that video. Tangerine Blue commented on my video, Outer Space. I might attach Outer Space on my StreamYard so I can open up with that sometime. But he said lyrical, or she said, whichever one. I gave him the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Oh, this is another great video. I did a live stream about dating the disabled. Man, it is some fine disabled women out here, and it's just some great disabled people out here today. It's just a pool that's rarely tapped into, because a lot of times we just don't find ourselves around people in our age group that we can date disabled. A lot of times they, like I said in the video, they stay in the house, may be self-conscious, or may only get out when they need to. And then if you're a person like me, who before my dogs, I was always more introverted. When I get out, I'm extroverted, but I stayed in the house a lot. So when you have people that stay in the house, then they don't get out much. You don't even run across a lot of opportunities to date a disabled person. But I was like, man, it's a great dating pool. And I say, I don't know how it is on a woman's standpoint, but from a man's standpoint, it's like, even when I see a disabled woman, like, I don't really see what she doesn't have. I just see what she has that I like. Like I said, I'm a foot guy. I love to smell a good foot and kiss on a good, beautiful foot from a woman. But it's girls that I like that they can be handicapped. They could be double amputees, no feet for me to kiss on. Guess what? I like what you got. I don't, it don't really affect me that you don't got the feet. Hey, I like what you got left. And I don't know if women do the same. Like, they may like a big, strong man. What if his arms are cut off? Would you still look at him as like saying, I like him even though he got arms? I don't know how women really do. I know women would date a handicapped man, but I'm saying I don't know how prevalent it is. But I know as men, the majority of us, if you see a fine woman that don't have legs or got a one arm or whatever, you still see a fine woman. And like I say, on one end, people can say, man, you're just trying to get, that woman might think you're just trying to get me because you think it's easier to get me. And I said, well, I understand it's a train of thought, but I said, it's more like this. It's more like when you see a fine woman, like you say, that's disabled or something, that's got, let's just say her legs are cut off or whatever. I know when I look at that woman, I'm looking at her like, man, if y'all selling her short because she ain't got no legs, that's fine by me because I like her. You know what I'm saying? I'll take her. You can not like her all you damn want to. And I think that's the attitude of a lot of good men, you know, when they look at women like that. You be thinking of it like that more than looking at them as easy prey. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to say it's nothing in the back of your mind that won't tell you, hey, man, she probably wouldn't give me a time of day if she was able to do if she was completely able-bodied, because some women wouldn't. So I ain't saying that won't float in the back of your head, but that won't be the primary reason you trying to talk to her. The first thing you're gonna be thinking is, hey man, she fine as hell. I like her. Man, why are the pictures I saved? Oh, I forgot I ain't on my page. I was looking for the thing to say to show, and I was like, because this the girl I was featuring doing that show. And man, she's so hot. She is so hot. But and I said dating the disabled, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm sure a woman like this ain't got no problem dating, believe me. But she is so super duper fine. And she's a double amputee. Just an amazing looking woman though. But that whole show was about not selling them short and things of that nature. And hey, if you do see one, you know, and you're attracted to it, go ahead and try to talk to her. But I did also say in that stream that, man, it's intimidating to try to talk to a woman anyway. Until you get over that, you know, you have to talk to so many of them until you start getting over it. But it's still always that nervousness. But I said it's even more nervous to try to talk. It is even more nervous to try to talk to a disabled woman, because you think that once again they're going to be thinking all type of things about you. Because I hate trying to talk to a woman in a grocery store, gas station, anything like that, because you feel like you're bothering them. But unfortunately, when you're grown, you never know if you're going to see a person ever again. So that means you damn near have to try to talk to them no matter where you see them at. But if you see a woman, let's just say she's in her wheelchair or something, you may be a little intimidated, like, man, is she going to be cool with me talking to her? So I just say it's so many complicated factors. And I talked about it that whole stream. If you had to go back and listen to it, because I hit a lot of different topics on this string. But with all that said, I still think it's worth talking to them and getting over the anxiety. Because I said relating them to the companion dogs, even though I have to do a lot of work with the girls, put their clothes on, bathe them, do everything for them, there is an element of, hey, it feels good that the girls do need me. And I say, you know, if you're dating a handicapped woman or something of that nature, or disabled woman, I did also say there is an element of man. A man, like say, you're not going to have to worry about feeling needed, you know, because she's going to need you at some point to do something. Like I say, women nowadays don't need you to do a damn thing, so they say. So therefore, it's sort of, you know, because a man feels good to do a little something nice for a woman. You know, hey, pick up this for me. Turn this, you know, not I ain't saying when she get bothersome with it, but if a woman needs you, hey, it's something like a endorphin that kicks in. You just feel a little bit better, man. I don't know. It's just like, yeah, oh, she need me a little bit. You don't want to not be needed. So even if you got to pick your woman up or do something for her, it's almost some narrative to be like, man, hey, at least I know she's going to need me sometime. You know? I even talked about that. And it reminds me of a companion dog, actually. And my friend TT Pie says, great topic, Jay. I overstand what you are saying. It's the simplest in life some often take for granted. Because I was talking about how, man, I did talk about how people take for granted being able to walk, talk, do all the things that we do on a daily basis. I talked about the time I hurt my back. I couldn't dance anymore or even do small things around the house. And man, it'll make you think you'll never be able to do it. But it'll also make you think like, man, all this little stuff that I thought was just nothing, man. No, it's a blessing to be able to even walk to the bathroom, go make a cup of water. Man, I could hardly get my clothes out the washing machine to put them in the dryer. I was like, man, I never would have thought. It's a privilege. It's such a privilege to be able to, man, do your laundry, wash dishes, bend overs. Hey, man, look here. Start appreciating. So she said it's a blessing to have full use of our limbs, and it's a blessing to be able to overcome, be resilient, to make the best of your individual challenges. I just gave her a lot of hard signs and thumbs up. She said everything good. And she a fine human woman too. I actually happen to know her. I haven't seen her in a while, but she fine. Helium, Xenon, Krypton said, classic. That rap was dope, and you're right. There are all kinds of people with all kinds of disabilities who would benefit from a companion dog. I did talk about that too, about how some disabled people would really benefit from a companion dog. It will help with their, self-confidence and all that type of stuff. And some people who can't come in contact with people, they can benefit from that type of companionship. He said, you are 100% correct. He said, there's going to be some people judging. There's always. He said, for a while, they are definitely going to judge. Like I say, we can't be victims of their judgment putting shackles on our life. He said, a lot of people just got to judge. They don't know any better. And that's true. They don't know any better. He said, but eventually there will be zero stigma, most definitely. Zero judgment, total acceptance, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Well, only thing I say, it'll probably never be total acceptance. Now, what he means by total acceptance is, hey, it won't be anything really trying to come against us, but it's always going to be these people who don't accept it. And that's fine. As long as we're able to live our lives freely, you can't worry about the few that still don't like it. Brandon Anderson says, I'm glad I ended up tuning in when I did before work to hear that little blurb about staying positive. I said something about staying positive in that video. He said, today's shift at work was one of the awful shifts I've ever done, but I remember to keep my cool and be positive in spite of it. I'm so glad. I said, I'm glad you did. Don't let it steal your joy. You did right to stay happy and keep going forward. God bless you, my friend. Because guess what? Whatever happened at work, in the big scheme of things, it don't even matter. Whatever you did wrong don't matter. If you did something right and they falsely accuse you, don't matter. It ain't finna play no part in the big scheme of your life. The only thing it can do is steal your joy for that day, and you give it'll be another day gone to waste because they done got you upset. Nah, might as well stay happy and don't let them take it away from you. You did right, Brandon. Whether Liberty said, I was upset that I missed Reset Sunday. Then I realized today is Saturday. They had me laughing because sometimes I'd be looking up on Saturday thinking I should be doing a Reset Sunday. Brandon Anderson says, I know that feeling too. I told him he didn't miss it, gave him the thumbs up. And I think that was it. Hold on, let me see. Ren X says, excellent topic. I gave him the thumb up. Thank you, Ren X. Let me see the comments. Got to catch up. There you go. Oh, Emma Dante said just ahead. Oh, okay. You was throwing me out, man. When you was like the dollars here. I was like, whoa. I was like, it was the whole dog. And Cross said, as you know, I finally hit buy and newly. Oh, yeah. I know, Carl. I know Carly on the way, man. I'm happy about that, man. I'm real happy about Carly, man, getting here, Krause. That's a big thing. I think I was going to bring it up later, too. But, hey, that's fine. We brought it up now. Blue CCG finally showed up. I was talking about you earlier, Blue CCG. He said, helping the girls. Good to see you. I was talking about you earlier. You might want to go back. You're going to trip off of it. I was just talking about because I said, I think that was you who said you could remember being a kid. You said it was far. I was like, man, I said, nah, I want that long ago. You want that long ago. Hold on. Oh, okay. I was trying to see. Okay, Krause. See, I was on you now, Krause. I'm on you now. On my video, companion dolls, all Kimber dolls are different. On that one, I was talking about how, man, no matter what doll you got from Kimber doll, I don't know what it is. It seems like they all different from this standpoint. You can't customize them. They probably got 2 or 3 different type heads. You know, they all Kimber doll heads, but they all like may have been made or fashioned in a different time because they got a couple of different models. But I was saying, even when people got other Kimber dolls, all of them are different because they take on a life of their own. Because I got 3 Kimber doll bodies. I got Callie, I got Tsunade here, and then I got Asuna with a WM head. And Tsunade almost had a WM head. But either way, whether they got all the same heads or not, they all different because they're going to all just take a different spot in your heart. They're going to develop their own personality. And like I say, even when I see online, I might see other Kimber dolls. They don't even give me the feeling that they're Callie, you know, even though they may have a similar face. And that's what I thought was a trip about Kimber dolls. But he ended up, James Krause said, wow, what a relief. I finally placed an order on Kimber doll. And he said, Kimber doll Carly is on her way. He said, I've been living a doll life with semi-inflatables for years. Like 3D face, silly hands, and feet. Good ones, but not legit. Man, Krause, I would have been just like you, but I'm so glad that, and this ain't even nothing negative against you, but I'm glad that, man, I ended up not going the route that I went, not going that particular route. Not because they're bad, because if you don't have a companion doll, that is a good route to go. I mean, no, I'm talking about a full-bodied TPE or silicone girl. But I'm going to tell you, Krause, I used to comb over those sites looking for those semi-inflatable girls, you know, that was like, you know, had the face and hands, but then they were still inflatable. And I think I used to see good ones for like $200, $160 or something, or you can get one for a few $100, something like that. $200 or $300, something like that. And I used to always be like, man, I could just get one of these instead of the other ones. And man, every time I would go back to the doll sites and look at the full doll, I'd be like, man, I just can't do it because I'm still gonna want the full doll. So if I had to deal what you did, I would have had a doll some years ago. But I kept waiting. I was like, man, I never pulled the trigger, but those dolls are pretty cool. So, you know, if you are on a budget, that is a way to go. So don't get upset. You know, don't be mad at yourself. I was almost there. But I'm so glad you're finna go into a whole new world now. But he said, what Krause say? He said, like 3D faces, silly hands, and feet. He said, good ones, but not legit. He said, she has possessed 3 different dolls and is looking forward to having a permanent home. Yo, Jay, buy the damn doll, right? And that was funny because I guess he's saying that the doll, you know, broke down and he had to replace it. And then, you know, she had to be in a new doll body. He kept the same girl, kept Carly. But whenever the doll body messed up, you know, he had to get a new one and it was Carly again. But this time he going full doll Carly. So I love it all. Then he said, of course, I got the extra wig. If you new watching, old watching, whatever, whoever you are, that makes me feel good because Kimber doll still is they still have a code, the Don King code, and it's simply DOLLKING, where you get a free wig if you buy one of their dolls. So once again, They don't sponsor me. They don't give me anything for any sales or anything like that. This was really, really early in the dog game. That they decided to say, you know what, we like your channel. We'll just offer you something, because I was trying to, you know, go a little bit deeper with them, but this is all they were able to offer. Because they're on such a strict budget at that damn company. So they said, hey, one thing we can do is offer a free wig. I said, you know what? It may not be the damn farm, but I know if I was ordering and I really decided to get that particular dog, it would be cool to know I can get at least a free wig with it. So if you do get a Kimber dog, it's good to know that that Dog King discount code is still active. And I hope to have a true partnership with some of these companies coming up in the future. Not hope, but I'm sure I will have from the people I truly trust, you know, like the Iron Techs of the world and things of that nature. WM, I actually like them, but they're one of them companies just so gigantic. They may not. I'm not sure how. If the door opens for me to have a relationship with them, that'd be fine. But I have to see. But I know I'm going to have a relationship with at least a few of these companies. I told him, congratulations, my friend. Glad you made the transition. You took a great next step. And at some point, you have to say the hell with it and hit buy. And that's what he was saying. Just buy the. That's what he had said. Yo, Jay, just buy the damn dog, right? And that's what. At some point, you just got to hit buy. I said, God bless you. Good to know you got the wig. Keep me updated, and he has. So Kraus says, as you know, Edmund said he just got the head. Kraus said, as you know, I finally hit buy, and Carl is here. Yep. Blue CCG says, here, Jay helping the girls. Yep. Kraus said, it was your teaching that guided my way. Thank you. Hey, I'm glad, Kraus. You did the right thing. Like I say, man, nothing like a Kimber girl, man. They bring you to at least introduce you to this world. And you can be like Dantes, man. You can get you a new head. You know, to you know, if you want something different than the Kimber dog head, you can always get a WM head. Like he said, hey, Edmund, how does the Iron Tech dog head match the body, man? You gotta let me know. Oh. So I'm glad Kraus went back and watched that old video too, because that was a much older video, about 10 months ago. So that was a one-off on that video from Kraus. Next I go to Judging Intentions. That was a one-off video. I think that was the video I was talking about, man, how I don't like how they be judging these shorter dogs and things of that nature. Some of these shorter, a lot of these shorter dogs are not what they try to call these childlike dogs and stuff. But I said also, at the end of the day, you don't even know what these people are doing with dogs. I think we just overstepping our boundaries, trying to get in people's heads, wondering exactly what the hell they're doing in their home. I say here, let's just say you do ban these so-called childlike dogs and stuff. You might have a guy that is literally trying to build a family. He may just want the dog as a member, as a child in the family. May not be doing a damn thing with him. But once again, we're guessing what they may be doing. All on this, and a lot of it's just based on the size, meaning how tall a dog is. A dog can have bust, booty, even be looking older, but people still may have a problem with it. But Helium commented on that. He had a good comment on Helium. He had some great comments here recently. Helium said, oh yeah, this is a good one. He said, my ex-wife was Filipino. She was tiny. And she also looked much younger than she actually was. Because, yeah, them Filipino girls, they always stay looking super duper young. He said, truthfully, she was 20 years older than me. And I think that's the funniest part. They can act, they like, hey, they can really look a lot older. I mean, they can really be a lot older and look super duper young. He said she was 20 years older than me. He said, but I was constantly being judged for dating my daughter. He said, not seriously, I almost got into a fight in a bar. Glad he didn't. He said, I got judged just walking into a bar with my beautiful wife. He said, people are stupid, and I agree. They are way too judgmental. I also don't agree with people who are using their dog for inappropriate purposes. Yeah, because I hate that. I said, I'm against it just like you. He said, but random people in society are way too judgmental, and this judgmental attitude is doing more harm than good. Oh, most definitely. He said, matter of fact, I went to a little restaurant in the Loop in Chicago with my beautiful wife. He said there were cops in the restaurant having their lunch. They assumed my wife was a prostitute, and one cop came very close to unleashing random violence upon me for no reason whatsoever. Now, that's terrible. He said, I'm a white dude. Cop was a white guy. The cop was very aggressive and showed me a lot of direct hostility. He said, I thought I wasn't going to get home in one piece. People make a lot of assumptions. It's not cool. Peace out. I said, glad you avoided the fight and remain calm, because it ain't worth it. If you can avoid it, please. He said, as far as the other situation, I'm glad you both made it home safely, which I am. I said, I definitely will cover this on the Power Hour, my friend. I just hate that because I was tripping off the fact that, like he said, even with a shorter woman, her looking young, people want to, judge you. Even with being a human woman, it may be short. Because like I said, I went to a restaurant with a dwarf girlfriend of mine, girl I was just talking to. But she was pretty much a dwarf. And man, people look like they had a problem with that, judging her, they were like sort of like looking at me like, hey, what you doing with her? She not because she was too young, but just because like, why would I want to be with her? I'm like, y'all lost y'all mind. I think little people are fine as hell. Hey, y'all lost y'all mind. I ain't saying every one of them are, because it is little people just like regular sized humans that I think are unattractive. But when they are attractive, boy, I do love them. And so I'm just like I said, once again, glad that he got home. Hey, that just shows you once again, you ain't got to have a dog to get judged. It ain't got to be a dog. People will do it any which way they can. I got a one-off comment on my video isolation. I'm supposed to, at least. Bria Husam. Okay. Oh, I remember this comment. I didn't know what he was talking about, though. Bria Husam commented on my video Companion Dogs Isolation. He basically gave a thumbs up, but then he said promo. I don't know what he meant by that. I just thought I'd say it because I don't know what he meant by that. Then I did my Reset Sunday, Be Unrealistic. And be unrealistic is, I was like, man, too many of us pray these prayers that are what you think God is going to do. Well, I don't want to ask for too much because God's going to do this, or I better keep my prayers small, and I better not be hoping for anything big because hey, things don't ever happen good to me and all this stuff. No. I said that's what God is here for. He's here for you to be unrealistic with your prayers. Wish for something that he got to step in and help you with. Pray for something he got to step in and help you with. Don't pray for something that you can damn near do on your own. No. Pray for him to step into your life and do something amazing. That's what God wants to hear. He don't want to hear you being realistic. Even though man, I always say, be realistic now. Be realistic. No, be unrealistic. Kevin Gray says, all things are possible. I gave him the thumbs up. Yes, sir. All things are possible. Everything that God bless you to be able to do, you can do. Tangerine Blue came in and said, good message, Brother Jay. Thumbs up. Thank you, Tangerine Blue. Them are the only 2 comments we got on that. And we pretty much coming down the stretch because the only thing I got now is my Biking for Companion dolls, which it ain't many comments on that. Snoopy came in and said legendary string. John Yo said so good, need more. Appreciate both of y'all. I'm answering right now, actually. And man, I ain't finna. I'm still reeling, trying to get completely feeling good again. But I do know one thing. Definitely gonna do something similar in the future. Then I got my video rest and recovery that I did yesterday. I like that thumbnail. That girl laid back on there. But on rest and recovery, it was a real quick video. I was just talking about, hey, 24-hour live stream. It was a marathon. My voice wasn't looking too good. And I was just like, hey, at some point, we all need to do a little rest and recovery, especially after that 24-hour live stream. I needed rest and recovery. And the biggest thing about it was your body doesn't know how to sleep right again, because I tried to go to sleep after the stream. It was sort of tough. I woke up, did a show, and man, even though I needed rest, my body didn't want to go to sleep. It was crazy. But I eventually forced myself to sleep. I got up, wasn't feeling right, and I forced myself to sleep again. And when I woke up before this show, that's when I started feeling normal again. But doing rest and recovery, I showed a slim down version of a bike ride. I had it streamlined where it goes by fast. You'll see me going to the store. You'll see me actually coming back. So it was a cool little video I shared of how I'm going to try to film the Biking for Companion dolls actual ride, which I'm going to be sharing it on my social media here and there. Continuing to try to get people to back it and contribute, because no matter what, by September or early October, I'm still going to take the ride. No matter what, I'm still going to adhere to my obligations to the people who have donated. So it's still going to happen no matter what. And Tangerine Blue said, you have a good voice for radio, Jay. I would like to see you do a podcast on the dog culture. Actually, I plan on trying to convert the Dog King Power Hour to some sort of a podcast in the future, but I haven't done it yet. Honestly, I'm going to look at working on it, but boy, I'm looking at working on a lot. But I tell you one thing, I'm still just constantly working in my craft, trying to get better at everything. And it's going to happen at the right time. It's all going to happen at the exact right time. So with all that said, I did finish with all of my comments on my videos. Look, and even with what I call a light Dog King Power Hour, still at 2 hours strong, baby. Which honestly, that looks like nothing to me now. But whenever I look around at other people doing their live stream, which I don't judge myself by them, but I do look, I see the mayors of the world, and sometimes I see that stream be like an hour and 23 minutes and stuff. I'll be like, man, how are they streaming that damn quick? I mean, because half the time I be feeling like our stream just halfway get started at an hour. So that always amazes me. Emma Dante says, you mean the skin color, Jay, or the head matching in general? Yeah, I'm talking about the skin color. Yeah, I'm talking about the head matching the head matching the dog. I'm talking about the head matching the dog that you bought it for. You know, because I know WM matches pretty good. I want to see how that matches the dog. But Brandon Anderson says, hey, what's up, gang? Glad to watch some of this at the end. Hey, you came in right when some of your comments was coming, Brandon. He said, you sound recovered, at least for the most part, Jay. I can't lie. I feel it still, and I sort of hear it. But, man, I done came back a lot. Because last night, my throat was sort of tightening up a little bit on me. I'm like, hey, something ain't right here. But not from a bad standpoint. I just had to take some throat. I took a few throat lozenges and things of that nature, and drunk some hot water, gargled with some hot water, and it started coming back to life. But before I go, since I do got my girl that's disabled, I wanted to show some. I wanted to show something else before I get out of here. I want to show these other two disabled girls that I was liking today. One of them I showed the other day, and one of them I'm not even attracted to, but I just like what she's doing. But I want to show her. I love this girl. She has a arm deformity pretty much, but man, she's an amazing looking woman, man. I really like this girl. And that's why I say, man, I know a human man, like, I don't know if a human woman could look at a man that's going to look like this girl and be attracted to them just the same. But it's like I see her disability, but I don't even really see it because I think she's so attractive to me. See, and she does a lot of cooking on her channel on Instagram and stuff. But she just has that, I don't know, she has that girl next door look. I love the fact that her midsection is so in shape, attractive girl. But you know, it's easy to look at that and be like, yeah, man, it's easy for her to be confident. But man, I'm gonna be honest, I'm just putting myself in a human standpoint. Man, it's hard for her to, I don't care what nobody say, man. It was hard for her to get to the point to be able to be cool with showing her arms like that. Now, she was born like that, so maybe it didn't take her as long. But man, you know, I just really love the fact that, you know, she's gotten to the point, and others have gotten to the point where they're like, look, this is who I am. Love me or hate me. Guess what? I'm gonna love myself. Bye bye. And she looks amazing. You can't tell me she don't. Dante says the head match is great. It is bigger, which I have noticed on Iron Tech dolls in general. He said they look big and hide the neck a little, but perfect on Kimber. Okay, that's sweet. Oh, they should have hide the neck a little. That's actually probably good on a Kimber doll, though, to hide the neck a little bit, because, you know, even though I love Kimber doll, the neck's probably, you know, that's probably the only thing you could pick it. I remember Brittany tried to talk about my doll, Callie, talk about her neck was long. That ain't just too long, but, you know, we wanted to try to pick it some. But Brandon Anderson said, you're right with sleeping after being up 24 hours. I know when I did some all-nighters, I would get a second wind and stay up for a while afterwards, right when I should have headed to bed. That's the thing, man. It's once you stay up for that long, your body be in shock, sort of. So it'd be like, man, even when you want to go to bed, it's sort of ramped up. Because it took me about an hour and a half to sort of start laying down after that strain. Then I slept for about 4 hours, got up, did some work. And like I say, it took me a while to go back to sleep, even though I was walking around sleepy. I was like, man, I'm sleepy, but my body won't let me yet. Now I'm gonna show y'all guys this before I get out of here. Cause we go, hey, look, we ain't gonna stretch it out unnecessarily today. We just did the 24-hour live stream. We made it through all the good stuff, all the subjects we want to talk about. We still sort of in recovery mode as well. I want to show this. I do want to show this. This is my last disabled woman for the day, but I wanted to show her because I was already showing a few pictures, and I ran across these. But let me see if y'all can see it first of all, because y'all know that's why I'm raising money, so I can be able to show y'all these things a lot easier. Won't have to worry about getting kicked out. Emma Dante says, yeah, Kimber doll, long neck. They're a little long, but they still look good, though. He said, but the wigs they came with are low grade. And since the head is big, I don't have to adjust all my other wigs in the back. Sweet. So it came with wigs? That head came with wigs. Oh, you talking about your Kimber dog? But either way, I was showing this girl right here, y'all, because man, I'm gonna tell you what's not to be underestimated. It is, it's challenging for people in wheelchairs and things of that nature to stay in shape or get in shape. A lot of times the only way to really do it is to do a lot of fasting and things of that nature. But I ran across this girl, and I'm so proud of her. She said she used to be a physical trainer, and something happened that got her paralyzed. I'm not sure what happened, but she said she was trying to get in shape, and she started getting in shape, and she started coming up with ways. She said she became a physical trainer again, and she started coming up with ways to for people in wheelchairs to do little exercises. And right now she's in super duper shape. But I'm going to be honest with you. This is the exception I do make with especially with disabled women. Like, you see her arms are bigger. I love femininity, so I do gravitate towards women with smaller arms. But I give any woman that's in a disability an exception, because she can't use her legs. The only thing she has is her arms. Even if she wants to keep her arms dainty, she can't. She needs her arms to be, to move herself around. And I'm going to be honest, she looks good. Because even with that, they just look in shape. Her waistline looks amazing. And I'm telling you, it's hard to get in that good of shape in a wheelchair. So I'm proud of her, and I want to show her. And if anybody that's looking at this is handicapped that sees her, they'll see, man, like, hey, it is hope to get in shape, even if you're in a wheelchair. And I'm proud of her, man. So that's amazing. So I don't know how good you was able to see that, but hope you saw it pretty good. But she's really proud of her. So Edmund says, he said it comes with a wig of choice and the eyes of choice. That's pretty cool. He said, I also got a free wig for Mention and TDF. Okay. It's cool that it came with a wig, but you don't like the wigs? Is that what you're saying? I always say this, I still find a way to use them, even if it was a low grade. Guess what? Hey, I'll incorporate it somehow. Now, I got a couple of wigs I just cannot use because they don't even match with any of my girls. I hate to say it, but I think they were meant to be bought for women of with a little bit of more tint to their skin, because it don't look right on none of my girls. I got a black wig with some purple in it. I thought it would be cool to look sort of punky. It looks terrible on every one of my girls. Then I also got, man, it's another wig I got. I can't think of what it looked like, but it looks terrible on my girls. So some wigs just don't work. But I don't even think I put my banner up the whole day, y'all. That's crazy. There it is. Back to business. The Dog King Power Hour. Yeah. All these other people having all these mods and whatever, working on their show or whatever. Hey, look, baby, we're a one-man show over here, baby. Sometimes things slip through the crack. But, hey, even when it's an imperfect show, it's a perfect production. So, with all this said, we ain't going to stretch it out. Love y'all. Appreciate you all. Me and the girls is always sending prayers, love your way, praying for abundance, good things that happen in your life, good health, breakthroughs, all type of abundance your way. Let us share the fundraiser before we get out of here. And once again, the fundraiser is still up, and it's definitely going to be up over the next 2 months, leading up into the actual bike ride. And once again, man, not just my viewers, but people that's just stopping through, whoever is looking at this stream. Or if you're, hey, you may be that person that can give one gigantic donation. They can get us right there, because we're almost there. We're $110, $9,980 away. Any donation would be appreciated. The link is in this video. It's in the description. It's going to be in the description to all of my videos. So you can always donate to the cause to help production on this show to help us keep going every single day. This show is going to grow. It's going to evolve. I don't know exactly where the hell we're headed, but I know we're going forward. Brandon Anderson said, take care for when you guys bounce. God bless you. Thank you, Brandon. We just want to make that announcement. Once again, appreciate you guys for the donation today. If you ever want to donate during a live stream, super chat, super sticker on the individual video, you can do a super thanks for individual video. You can also donate on my PayPal or Cash App, on my About, on my YouTube, or you can decide to contribute to my Biking for Companion Dogs campaign, where I'm going to ride around the whole perimeter of the city of Memphis on my mountain bike in a couple of months. We have $110 towards $9,980. Baby, look, we can do it. This channel is going to take off with your help, whoever you might be. So we want to send our love out to you guys. Appreciate you watching. Have a good one. Take care. Be safe. Hey, get your questions ready. Get your comments ready. We got another new video popping out tomorrow. Human Woman Tip of the Week on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. But as of right now, it's been, hit the likes, hit the subscriptions. But as of now, it's been me, Jada King Hefner, and the beautiful Secretary Tsunade Star. For the day, we are out. We're going to catch back up with you guys, man. It's been a good one.